Hey everyone, and welcome to our weekly update on what's new in the world of meta ads. Let's get right into what's been happening this week. So, if you were looking for huge, earth-shattering headlines this week, you probably didn't see any. It was pretty quiet on the surface. But underneath it all, Meta is making some really important little changes that point to a much bigger trend. And that's something every advertiser needs to know about. So here's how we're going to break it all down. It's pretty simple. First, we'll talk about a change in how we measure results. Then we'll look at a new place your ads can show up. After that, we'll peek behind the curtain at this big trend toward automation. And finally, we'll connect the dots and talk about what it all means for you and your job. Okay, let's kick things off with this first one, because it's something you might actually see inside your Ads Manager account pretty soon. It's all about how Meta is counting clicks. So if you log into your account one day and your click numbers just look different, don't worry, don't panic. There's a really simple reason for it, and honestly, it's a good thing. Here's the deal. In the past, when Meta said click, it could have meant anything, really. A click on your link, sure, but also a like, a share, or a save. Now, they're cleaning that up. A click is just a link click. That's it. And this is awesome because it helps the numbers you see in Meta actually line up with what you see in other tools, like Google Analytics. It just cuts down on a lot of that confusion. So you might be asking, well, what happened to the likes and shares? Did they disappear? Nope, they're not gone. Meta's just put them in a new home called Engage through Attribution. You can think of it like a separate bucket for all those social actions. So you can still see their impacts, but they're not mixed in with your link clicks. It just gives you a much, much clearer picture of what's really driving results. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. As Vinnie McCracken from MPIC said, this change really helps advertisers feel more confident in their data. And at the end of the day, that's what we all want, right? Cleaner data to make better decisions. All right, on to our next point. So, at the same time Meta is cleaning up its measurement, it's also opening up brand new territory for our ads. And yeah, we're talking about threads. Just take a second to look at that number, 400 million. That's how many people are using threads every single month. This isn't some little side project anymore. It's a huge, fast-growing platform, and Meta is officially opening it up for business all around the world. And Meta is making it super, super easy to get started. Ads are rolling out globally, we're getting more formats like carousels, and even those powerful automated campaigns like Advantage Plus are supported. The best part? For a lot of campaigns, it's as simple as just checking a box to show your ads to this massive new audience. Okay, so we've got cleaner data and we've got easier ad placements. These two updates are actually part of a much bigger story, a huge idea that's driving pretty much everything Meta is doing right now. Let's connect the dots and see what's happening behind the scenes. The big theme here is simplification, and they're doing it through automation. You might have seen some technical notices about Meta getting rid of some of its older, more manual campaign types. Now, you don't have to be a developer to get the takeaway here. It basically means Meta is cleaning house. It's pushing everyone toward one simpler, smarter system. Think of it like an evolution. We started out with these really complex manual campaigns where we had to pull every single lever ourselves. Then Meta started introducing its first automated campaigns, like Advantage Plus shopping. Now, the end goal is to bring all of that together into one single, smarter, AI-powered system under that Advantage Plus brand. They're just clearing out the old stuff to make way for the new. Okay, so let's bring it all home. We've got clearer measurement, more automation, new placements. What does all of this actually mean for you and the work you do day to day? This is probably the most important question for any advertiser on Meta to be asking right now. I mean, if the AI is getting better and better at handling the targeting, the bidding, the placements, what's left for us to do? What is our role now? Well, our job is shifting. It's becoming less about being a technician, turning all the little dials, and more about being a strategist. Your energy is now best spent on the big stuff, making amazing creative that stops people in their tracks, crafting an offer that's impossible to refuse, making sure your tracking is set up perfectly so the AI has good data, and then using that data to make smart, high-level business decisions. Look, if you take only one thing away from this whole update, let it be this. Think of Meta's AI as a self-driving car. It's getting unbelievably good at all the mechanics of driving, steering, braking, accelerating, but you You still have to tell it where to go. You're the one who sets the destination. And if you want to stay ahead of these kinds of changes and get insights like this every single week, come and join our community in the Meta Control Room. Thanks so much for watching.